You don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start to be great. Let me tell you something, friend. You don't need to wait for the perfect timing, the perfect place, or the perfect plan. You only need you. As you are right now, that's the great news. You can start where you are, with what you have, and trust me, what you have right now is enough to get going. Most people wait for everything to be perfect before they take the first step. They think they need more money, more time, more experience, or some grand opportunity before they can finally start moving toward their goals. But the truth is, those ideal conditions rarely come. If you keep waiting for the right moment, you might wait your whole life. The real secret is this: you don't have to have it all figured out to begin. You just have to begin right where you are. With your current resources, skills, and knowledge, you already have enough to take the next step. You don't have to leap the whole staircase. Just take the first step. That single act of movement starts to build momentum. And momentum, once it begins, has the power to push you through obstacles you once thought were impossible. Starting doesn't mean you'll have all the answers. It means you're willing to learn, to adjust, to grow as you go. Every master was once a beginner. Every expert once stood exactly where you are right now, uncertain, unprepared, maybe even afraid. But they started anyway, and that made all the difference. There's something powerful about choosing action over delay. When you start, life starts responding. You meet people, gather ideas, develop confidence. And that can't happen while you're standing still. Life doesn't reward those who wait. It rewards those who move. So the question isn't whether you're ready. The real question is, are you willing to take that first imperfect step, knowing it might be messy, knowing you'll make mistakes, but also knowing it's the only way to grow? Because if you are, you're already ahead of most. The journey to your full potential begins exactly where you are, with the decision to start. Success is not something you run after. It's something you grow into. The more you develop yourself, the more naturally success begins to show up in your life. It's not about chasing opportunities. It's about becoming the kind of person who attracts them. When you focus on improving who you are, what you do, and how you think, the world starts to respond in kind. People often ask, how do I get more success? But the better question is, how do I become more valuable? Because the marketplace and life itself rewards value, not just effort, not just time, but real value. And that value comes from your mindset, your habits, your discipline, and your growth. It starts with changing your philosophy. What do you believe about yourself, about work, about success? You can't rise higher than the level of your thoughts. When you change your thinking, you change your actions, and eventually you change your results. That's how success works. It grows from the inside out. You don't need to control the economy or your boss or the people around you. The only thing you truly need to manage is you. Your choices, your growth, your character. Every day, you have the opportunity to upgrade the person you are. And as you do, you'll find that things begin to align. New ideas will come. New relationships will form. Doors will start to open. Not because you forced them, but because you were ready. So if you really want to change your life, don't look outward, look inward. Focus on who you are becoming. Because once you become the person who can handle the success you want, that success will find its way to you. Without the chase, the greatest investment you will ever make is in yourself. Many people spend their entire lives working hard on their jobs, chasing promotions, and trying to earn a living. Yet they neglect the very foundation of all success, personal growth. The truth is, your income, your relationships, your confidence. They all rise or fall based on who you are becoming. The more you grow, the more you attract. That's not just philosophy. It's the law of life. When you make it a habit to work harder on yourself than you do on your job, everything begins to shift. You start to develop the kind of discipline that carries you through tough seasons. You begin to speak with more clarity, act with more purpose, and think with more confidence. You become someone people want to follow, work with, and believe in. And that opens doors no degree or title ever could. This kind of work isn't about impressing others. It's about building something solid inside you. Reading just a few pages a day, practicing a new skill for 20 minutes, changing the way you speak to yourself. All of these seem small, but they create a compound effect that reshapes your future. You're not just working on your career. You're shaping your character. You're not just clocking hours. You're building habits that lead to breakthroughs. When you improve yourself, everything around you improves. Your energy shifts. Your mindset expands. Your goals become clearer. You start seeing opportunities where others see problems. And most importantly, you begin to trust yourself, because you know you've done the work. So don't just focus on getting through the week. Focus on becoming someone who can create a better future, no matter what the week looks like. That's how you build a life that's strong, successful, and sustainable, from the inside out. Progress doesn't always come from giant leaps. More often, it's the small, steady steps you take each day that create real transformation over time. People often underestimate the power of consistency. They think that unless they make some big, dramatic move, it doesn't count. But the truth is, success is built on simple disciplines repeated daily. Read a few pages of a good book. Write down your goals. Practice that skill. Reflect on your day. These are the things that quietly build momentum. Think of it like planting seeds. You don't see the harvest right away, but each day that you water the soil, protect it, and give it sunlight, you're setting the stage for growth. If you get discouraged because you don't see instant results, you'll dig up what you planted before it ever has a chance to grow. The real winners are the ones who stay consistent even when the results are invisible. Small improvements may seem insignificant at first, but they are never wasted. They build discipline, they sharpen focus, and they strengthen belief. You begin to trust yourself, and that trust becomes the fuel to keep going even when things get tough. It's not about doing everything in a day. It's about doing something every day. You don't climb a mountain in one step, but you can take one solid step today, and another tomorrow, and eventually you look up and realize how far you've come. And that's how greatness is built, not overnight, but over time, through daily decisions that move you forward. So don't wait for a breakthrough moment. Create one, show up today, do something today. Plant your seed today, because every small step counts, and one day, those steps will lead you to a place you once only imagined. Your past may have shaped you, but it does not define you. Too many people carry the weight of old mistakes, failures, and disappointments like a burden they believe they're destined to bear forever. But the truth is, the past is meant to be a teacher, not a jailer. It's a place to learn from, not a place to live in. Every mistake you've made, every setback you've faced, holds valuable lessons that can guide your future. If you choose to use them that way, growth begins the moment you decide to stop identifying with your past and start building a new version of yourself. You are not your failures. You are not your worst day. You are a person who is capable of change, capable of progress, and capable of creating a better story moving forward. But it starts with releasing the idea that what happened before determines what happens next. You cannot drive forward while looking in the rear. You mirror. Life moves in the direction of your focus. So if your mind is stuck on what went wrong, you'll keep living in that loop. But if you shift your attention to what you can do now, how you can grow, who you can become, you begin to take control of your life again. Everyone has chapters they wish they could rewrite, but you don't have to rewrite the past to change the ending. Start a new page. Start with today. The best part about the future is that it hasn't been written yet. And you hold the pen, every new choice is a sentence. Every new effort is a paragraph. And over time, you can craft a life that's built not on regret, but on redemption, resilience, and purpose. There comes a moment when you have to realize that no one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you the life you dream about. And while that may sound harsh, it's actually one of the most empowering truths you'll ever learn. Because it means the power to change, to grow, and to succeed has been in your hands all along. The key to your better future is not in some outside force. It's in you asterisk. The moment you take full responsibility for your life is the moment everything begins to change. You stop waiting, stop blaming, and stop making excuses. You understand that the life you experience tomorrow is built on the choices you make today. Every decision, no matter how small, is either moving you forward or holding you back. And once you see that clearly, you no longer waste time on things that don't serve your growth. You don't need permission to improve. You don't need someone else's validation to begin. You simply need to decide that you're done living below your potential, that you're ready to show up differently, think differently, live differently, and when that decision becomes firm, when it shifts from a hope to a commitment, that's when the real transformation begins. It's not about being perfect. It's about being intentional. You take the first step and then another, and with each one, you start to feel stronger, more focused, more capable. The circumstances may still be challenging, but you are no longer the same. You are growing. You are becoming, and you are proving, day by day, that you have what it takes to shape your own future. Because the secret has always been this: the power to rise, to rebuild, to reach your potential. It's already within you.